Today we got Vo2 max. We got, I don't know, 5 by 4 minutes on, 4 minutes off. I've already started my warm up, but figured I'd cut a lot of that out. So y'all just don't have to watch me sit here and just pedal like 200 or whatever. So we're starting to do some Vo2 training here and there just to activate that system, start to get it firing again. We're not doing like a full-on Vo2 build right now, because who wants to win races in January, right? But season's starting soon. I think probably February 1st, right around that time is when I'll start racing. Definitely need some Vo2 in the legs. So like I said, this is more like a maintenance. My athletes, I prescribe this to them every couple of weeks during the off season. We really don't start doing it until like December, just to give them a little bit of intensity here and there, so it doesn't detrain too much. Same for me, like I think I did this 2 weeks ago. I did a Vo2 workout outside. Oh, it was actually the video I posted about how slow are pro cyclists in the off season. So if you haven't seen that, super good video. Talk a lot about my peak in season numbers versus my numbers in the off season. Also my weight, how much I kind of let my weight relax. So yes, right now, getting ready to start the new year, I'm starting to get, a decent amount of coaching inquiries, asking about it, feeling around. So if you're interested in coaching, please hit me up. Let's talk about it, see how we can be a good fit for each other, see how, my idea and strategy to help you accomplish your goals. So definitely hit me up about coaching if you're interested. My email is c.turman, my last name, @gmail.com. Or you just go chaz@teamskyline.co. Also check out the Elevate Coaching website, elevatecoachingllc.com. So, all kinds of different things there. So today's goal would be 4 minutes around 380, 4-minute recovery. We'll do 5 of them. And then the remainder of the ride will just be endurance. So. How was everyone's Christmas? Good stuff? Hope you all had a good Christmas. It snowed here yesterday. Can't really see it now. Warmed up a little bit. Had some rain overnight. Melted away. Today, like semi-drizzling here and there. So that's why I'm inside today. Actually, it wasn't too bad. I was like 47 is the high today. Super cloudy though, so there's no sun, but everything's just damp and wet. Didn't feel like going out and doing a hard workout and freezing from my sweat, being wet from everything else. So people will ask, I am not in erg mode. I'm just doing this straight up, using my gears. Usually I don't even use this workout page. Usually I just jump on Zwift and use the natural grade of the game, and we'll do all of my workouts that way, just ride the map as it is to kind of simulate outdoors. But obviously, if you guys are watching me do a workout, it's more fun having up what I'm actually doing, how much time left in the interval, things like that. So that's why I got that up today. But we're gonna have some fun. My whoop, I use the whoop all the time. Steps are really good. I ate super clean yesterday. So HRV was on an uptick today. Resting heart rate was 40. I got about just over 8.5 hours of sleep. What other metrics are cool about it? Respiratory rate was slowly dropping. Dropped down a few ticks. So that's good. Body temperature was dropped down a little bit lower, like 1 degree than what it usually is baseline. So everything is pointing towards a solid day on the bike. Not saying it's gonna be easy, but the body should be primed and ready to handle some of these adaptations that are coming up. So, oh, fun fact, this window, I'm on the second floor of my house. I can see out and see. It's like kind of an open field through these trees. Yesterday I saw a fox. He was just walking out there in the snow. Super cool. I almost started playing that song, What Does the Fox Say? To see if he would like look out there and be like, oh my gosh, that's my theme song. But we have deer in the area too. I haven't seen any up this way. I go 10 minutes south, and that's where my mom lives. It's more in the woods of Maryland. There's deer all the time. Super cool. Definitely have to be careful on some of these downhills around here with deer. Especially like in the evenings, or if you get out in the summer, in the early mornings, you gotta be careful with the deer. today. Chat. Decent amount of people watching, but no one's chatting. How do I pull your strings? Oh, and then I have this power line that goes straight across. And squirrels go in this tree right here, find acorns, and they tight rope across the power line. So they're like eye level. Anyways. Who's doing the festive 500 with Rafa? I signed up. I think I'll nail it. I think about 140K in out of 500. Today we'll do over 100K. It's a 2.5 hour ride. So like I said, I've been warming up for about almost 45 minutes. Then I'll start these intervals. Then I'll just finish the timeout in zone 2. I was thinking about doing a Zwift race after, but not going to because I have to do sweet spot work tomorrow. So I'll just do these, then zone 2 it, recover hard, then do sweet spot tomorrow. I think tomorrow's about 3.5 hours. Okay, nice, 330K. You are not that far from being done. What up, Ian? Y'all start talking to me now? Start this interval here. Because I'm just chilling. I'm chilling right now, that's why my cadence is low. Just holding back on the power. Alright, let's get this done. Whew. We averaged 380 exactly. So I was sitting at 384 for a while, and I was like, I need to pull back just a little bit. Pull back a little bit. So I got 4 more of these. So gotta use some trying to be here today. For me, I mean, like, you know, I'm doing 18 to 20 hour weeks. You know, a little bit more than that even. So, I mean, like today's workout's 2.5 hours total. It's about 45-minute warm up. Then it's, I think this workout, the two max workout is about 45 minutes in length. Maybe, actually maybe it's less than that. Then after that, I just finish out ride time in zone 2. Really happy to see my heart rate drop that much. It means my body's offloading that heat created by that interval nicely. So my next one should be decent. $381. So we did that. So 380, 381. That's 2 down, 3 more to go. Feeling decent. I mean, they had a minute left. I was at like 383 on that one. I was like, okay, let's pull back a little bit, relax, let the power drop a little bit, stay in the zone on the lower end, let the average come down, rest up a little bit, because I got 3 more. So that's the key thing about these Vo2 intervals, is making sure you pace them properly. If you start too high or too long, these blow your legs out. Get a shot for like the second half of the interval. To the next ones too. So it's learning to pace them. Like if I get on the last one and I feel decent, then I'm gonna push, especially that last minute. See how high I can get. But outside of that, it's just about pacing them appropriately. So 380, 381 so far. And we're going for another 380 right now. So Yes, I'm on a rocker blade. Rocker plate. By far one of the best investments I made. I know everyone's like, dude, that's so much money. To be honest, I knew moving here, I'd have to like get on the trainer more. It's just crappy days outside. And the rocker plate is a lifesaver. Dude, so all off season I've done so much tempo. I mean, I have days where I do just straight zone 2 endurance. But a lot of tempo days. A lot of hour and a half to an hour 45 of straight tempo intervals. That's what I do all off season. On big volume too, 18 plus hours a week. Yes, rocker plate. Dude, my legs, I can ride 4.5 hours on the trainer now, and my legs don't hurt the way they did when I was static without moving. So it's not too early in the season for Vo2. This is a maintenance workout. I do these every 2 to 3 weeks just to keep that system kind of in check. So when I'm like on form for racing, I'll knock these out at 410 watts to 420 watts for 4 minutes. And I'll do 5 minutes at 400 plus during Vo2 workouts. Yeah, I don't like erg mode. This one I've been doing all these without erg mode. Just one, you have to learn how to pace. So using erg mode takes away that pacing. It just does it for you. Plus, I like to change my cadence up. Sometimes I'll stand to help flush the lactate a little bit. As you saw, I was spinning about 90 to 93. Then when I want to stand, I'll go up a few gears, muscle it out and sit back down, stuff like that. My CTL is around 110, 115 right now. We're still building that, so. All right, boys, here we go. Number 4. Oh, that would hurt. That would hurt a lot. The rocker plate I have is the SARS one, or CS, whatever it is. Oh my gosh. That one hurt. Yeah, this last one's the one that really counts, but it's not going to be fun. So far, so I did 381 on that last one. So far I think I've made 380, 381, now it's 380, 380, 381, 381. So hopefully this one, we can do 380 plus for the last one again. This is a hard workout indoors. I do these numbers outdoors. I do 380. Pretty good. But, dude, my legs were on fire. No, trust me, we are not peaking. When I'm peaking in season, I'm doing 5 by 5 minutes at 415 to 420 watts. So, we are not peaking. A lot of people think that this is a maintenance workout. This is something I do. I mean, it's what? 4, 8, 12, 16, it's 20 minutes of VO2. Usually when I'm doing these, I'm doing 6 by 4 minutes or 7 by 4 minutes. And I'm doing them around 400 watts. So, we're not even on form yet. Like the legs are coming around, the endurance is here. But all this high end stuff, it's not there yet. So today will be like, I think today's a 200 plus TSS day. I am not excited for this last one. Every 2 to 3 weeks, just do one workout during the base. Don't give up on me now. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's a deep bird. So we did 371. Yes, Chaz, bring it. Your handle, though. You'll have to be Charles in the race. I see what I did there. Oh my gosh. Hey, Sky Wise. We Sky's who's names. Fighting words. Pew 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 pew. Oh my gosh, I died. Yeah, it's way easier to do it outside. If it wasn't like, it's like damp out and lightly drizzling on and off. Like, forget that. Yeah, the hammer got me on the last one. So like I said, when I do this outside, I did it 2 weeks ago. I did it outside. I did, if I can remember, I did 375, 382, 382, 381. I think the fifth one I did 386. So here I did 380, 381, no, 380, 380, 381, 381, I did 371. So 371 is still my target. So my target for these was 350 to 390. So most of them I did on the higher side of the targets. The last one I was more right in the middle. It hurt like another, but we got it done. We got it done. That's what really matters. Now I have just over an hour of zone 2. go. There's my stats for just that little clip of workout I did. So I've been averaging 228 for this whole ride. I want to use this. No. My weekly volume changes. And this week I'll be on the bike about 20 hours. Next week I go to team camp. Be on the bike a lot during team camp. So it changes. So nutrition-wise, I take vitamin D. I'll take a zinc, magnesium, one before bed. Take a multivitamin. Then I take an iron supplement because you drink so much damage to your red blood cells and whatnot. You want to make sure that you're at least rebuilding that nicely. So When I first got it and rode, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I don't know if it's worth it. I spent some 4-hour rides on it last week. I did 2 days. I did 4 hours and 5 hours back to back on the trainer on this thing. Dude, game changer. Such a game changer. I would always get like hamstring issues and just overall legs would be pissed when I got off the trainer after doing like 2 to 3 hours. Now with the rocker and being on it, training for like 3 hours, I get off and the legs are nowhere near as pissed. Yeah, dude, vitamin D is really good for your immune health, especially in the winter. It's like overcast today, plus when you do right outside, you're all layered up. Speaking of nutrition, my nutrition coach just texted me, was like, "Did solid day yesterday, nutrition-wise. You're getting back on track post-Christmas." So that's one thing I love about my nutrition coach. He'll text me and tell me what's up. He'll be like, "Hey, what happened today? Why are you eating like the way you're eating? That's not what we discussed." You know, and he knows. He sees my weights when I log in and when I weigh in. He sees what I'm logging food-wise, like he knows. So we watch that carefully together. He holds me accountable. Yesterday was a really good day. I dropped some of that water weight overnight, like a pound. Crazy, right? Resting heart rate was low. HRV was back to the normal range. 8.5 hours of sleep. What else is there? Respiratory rate came down a point from like high 15s to almost high 14s. Body temperature dropped 1 degree. Like everything this morning, bottle-wise, was on point. And a lot of this is because I dialed in my nutrition yesterday. Of course, there's a benefit. So, what we're doing now is we're doing fatigue resistance. So you do all that hard VO2 work, and then you ride at, mid to high zone 2 post-workout, and helps those adaptations to take hold a little bit better. Helps your fatigue resistance, meaning your legs can handle the workload. They go hard if they need to again. What else is there? It's like building mitochondria. All kinds of things. So with my clients, my athletes, if they have the time to put in on the bike, when they're done with their intervals, I'll always give them like half hour to some of them are like 2 hours of zone 2 post interval. So every single workout I do an hour plus zone 2. Unless I'm spending the majority of the time doing tempo or sweet spot. So like, I'd have to do 3.5 hours. And during that 3.5 hours, I have to do an hour and 40 minutes of tempo. I do an hour warm up at zone 2. I do an hour 40 at tempo, and that will get 2 hours and 40 minutes. And then I ride the remaining 50 minutes at zone 2. So there's two different things with that question. You can do 2 hours of zone 2 and then do your VO2 max workout. That would be good because you'd be building that fatigue resistance. I mean, being able to do VO2 or threshold or any of that stuff after 1,500 kilojoules under your belt, that's huge. That's a workout I will do sometimes. We'll ride 2 hours zone 2, then I'll do a threshold workout for an hour. Now the other thing though is, sometimes you want to focus on hitting the numbers, so you want to get it done first, and then ride zone 2 after. So like today, we're more focused about the time in zone and hitting the numbers than doing them fatigued. So 45-minute warm up, and then I did the workout, and now we're just finishing up the right time, getting volume. Another good workout to do is I've done, it's like a 45-minute warm up, and then you do 3 minutes at VO2, then you go, I want to say it's 10 minutes at sweet spot, and then it's 3 minutes at VO2. You do like a 10-minute rest. You do that again, then you ride like an hour and a half zone 2, and then you do one final set, 3 minute VO2, 10 minute sweet spot, 3 minute VO2, then you do like a 10-15 minute cool down. That is like a race winning workout. So you're able to go really hard at the very end of your race. These are all great questions. These are questions I'll love to answer. It really depends on what you're trying to achieve with your adaptations. So, like I said today, the focus was getting the work done, the time in the zone. Now the rest of it, we're just cruising for a reason. Yes and no to your question. After I've done it for a while, your body just adapts. Other thing that helps, a massage gun. Massaging that area, your hip flexor, your glutes, really helps because it gets rid of that soreness. Like that's a game changer. any benefits to replicated race scenarios like sprint with tired legs or train your max sprint fresh? Yes and no. If you're trying to build up your max sprint, you definitely want to do that fresh. Like you don't want to be like fatigued like I am right now and then go do a sprint workout. It doesn't help. Because all you're doing is like, you're tired, your energy's drained, you're not going to hit the numbers you usually hit. Now, a workout that I can give athletes is, say, a 4-hour ride. Every 30 minutes, I'll have them do a high cadence sprint for 40 seconds, and then they just settle back into zone 2 until the next 30-minute mark. That's one way to train your sprint. Another way would be do the same thing, but instead of a high cadence sprint, do tractor pulls where you start in like a 53-14, and you come to pretty much a complete stop, and then you just smash on the pedal seated until you hit 90 RPM. But again, I'm having them do zone 2 for like 15 minutes to a half hour in between each one, you know? So they're relatively fresh, and then they're doing the work. Of course, no problem. Good questions, good questions. So overtraining syndrome. Overtraining is pretty hard to do. I think we have the wrong word. I think burnout is more appropriate. You will mentally, you will burn out before like physically you overtrain. Like when you overtrain, your hormones are out of whack, your ability to sleep is out of whack, your recovery obviously isn't working. You get on the bike, and you have zero power constantly. That would be overtraining. Burnout would be, maybe your power numbers are kind of unsteady, or maybe they decline a little bit. And you're just trying to push through. Mentally, you're just cracking, failing workouts, and it's just killing you mentally. Then you just like, dude, I'm done. Maybe you hang up the bike for a bit and then you come back on. I think a lot of that has to do with the training rhythm. So in other words, when you peak, eventually you have to come off that peak. I think that's what happens to most people they start to peak, and then when they come off of it, their power's starting to decline, obviously, and they can't hit what they used to hit, and they're like, oh, I'm overtraining. And again, I think you just reach your physical peak at that moment, and it's time to ramp it down, rebuild, and then repeat. So a lot of times I'll just have athletes take time away from intensity. Like, I got a guy named Jim down in Florida that I coach. He wanted to win the Florida Gravel State Championship. So we worked really hard on that. We had him like very, very close to peak form all winter. Now, the championship was like December 13th or something. We had him very, very close to peak form all winter. And that week of the championship, we had him peak like perfectly. My gosh, I still get goosebumps when I think about what we did. He peaked perfectly. He got in a 3-man breakaway with like, I can't remember if he said 3 or 4 miles, however many miles to go. He rode away solo and won the Florida Gravel State Championship. So sick. One of my biggest accomplishments as a coach, one of his biggest accomplishments as a rider, as an athlete. But when that was all said and done, the next week I told him, here, unstructured training, ride however you want, just keep it easy. So he rode easy. Then the next week, we then kind of did like a rest week, gave him some structure, kept it super easy. So we did 2 weeks in order to allow him to come down off this peak without burning out. And now we're slowly starting to get back in some base foundation stuff. So he's got a pretty big race wants to do in February. So that's how I manage it with athletes. I think that's what a lot of people don't do. So hopefully that helps answer your question. What about your FTP test? Yes, we're doing it again. We're shooting for this Saturday. So I talked to my coach about it. It's kind of how I felt about it too. I did 9 hours in 2 days last week. It was like Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, I didn't sleep that great that night. Friday, I did like an hour spin to kind of just let the legs flush out. Christmas Day, I was supposed to ride for an hour and a half and do some like slight openers to help the legs kind of flush and stay open. Well, I didn't get a chance to ride on Christmas Day just because of family stuff and Christmas. So my legs closed up a little bit. And then Sunday, I felt good until I did that sweet spot effort. I was like, that didn't feel like it normally feels. And then when I did the threshold effort, 10 minutes in, I was feeling pretty cooked. Legs were not coming around. My dang garment screwed everything up, and just mentally, like, it made me so frustrated and angry. I was so frustrated the rest of the day. So we chatted on Sunday, and that's when we both came to the conclusion my legs were just kind of seized up a little bit from those 2 hard days, and then no riding, they just over-recovered. Kind of like why the guys in the Tour de France still ride on their days off, on the rest day, so their legs don't over-recover and shut down. So that kind of happened to me. So yeah, we're gonna get through a week of some decent work. I think tomorrow's sweet spot. Thursday, I believe, is like zone 2. I think Friday is an easier zone 1-2 day. And Saturday, we'll do a 20-minute test. So that's where we're at. I got a question for you guys. How are you guys enjoying the Life of a Pro Cyclist series? Is there any specific things you'd like to know about what I do outside of, I don't know, just any questions you have for that series? Because I'm trying to think of things that people might have questions about when it comes to a pro and their training, and try to think about what are some things that people don't think about to ask, and I'm trying to show that and portray it. I don't know. I'm enjoying the series. I just did a video yesterday about recovery, about what I have to do to keep everything balanced with the high volume that I'm doing. So I'll be dropping that one in a couple of days. Anyways, seeing what I eat day to day. Yeah. I was thinking about doing one where I take you grocery shopping with me just to see what me and my wife eat, because that's part of it. Like, I eat what I need to eat, but I also want to make sure that it's stuff that my wife likes to eat too. Otherwise, we'd be making 2 dinners, 2 lunches, you know? So me and her have found stuff that we both enjoy and like, that I can make for dinner and we'll both eat it up. So I think that's part of it. Yeah. How does my 40-year-old dad athlete with multiple kids handle training? Do they just quit? So, that is a fantastic question. One thing I do with Elevate Coaching is everything is tailored to your schedule. So in other words, when we have our consultation and we talk about your goals, your strengths and weaknesses, I also ask for like, what type of training schedule can you do? So in other words, here's an example. I coach a guy named Jeff from McQueen Building up in PA. He's one of our sponsors. He's an awesome Christian dude. He's a really good friend of mine now. We'll just call each other and chat about stuff not even related to coaching. Like, we're just good friends. Anyways, he runs a huge business. Like, a huge remodeling business. He's kind of a big deal up there in Pittsburgh. But he runs this business. He's got a family. He's got a wife. He's got kids. So he's busy. Sundays, he takes off because him and the family, it's a family day. They go to church on Sundays. Like, that's part of the schedule. So we make Sundays his off day. Right now, Thursdays, he has a Bible study he attends. So that takes away from his time to ride. So we make Thursdays off days as well. So he has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday to ride. Usually, he can ride about an hour and a half during the week, hour and a half to 2 hours. And then on the weekend, on Saturday, he can usually ride 2 hours to 3 hours, all depending on the weather and etc. So we tailored right now his schedule, his training schedule, to fit his schedule without overloading everything else in his life. So at Elevate Coaching, I sit down with people and we figure out what's your training schedule. We'll make it work. You know, some guys I got, they can only train. I think like one guy I have, Paul, up in Chicago area, he can only train Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So pretty much I have to do workout on Tuesday, workout on Thursday, give him kind of a freebie ride on Saturday, and now we're starting to introduce workouts on Sunday. So again, everyone's different, and I think you just have to find the balance in life. You have to figure out what you can handle. Don't oversell yourself. And if you have a coach for structured training, you can make 8 hours a week work. Like, you just can't. So that's my 2 cents on that. Well, how I treat cycling as a job, that's a good one. That is a good one. I'll think about that one. Yes, I do use some on my tarmac on the trainer. I'm in the middle of getting a Vo2, so make this story short, the director of the team gave me his Vo2 to use for my trip to Hawaii. So I used it. I gotta take it back to him. It's his bike. Then I go to team camp. Especially tonight, I'm taking it back to him. And then next week I go to team camp, and they'll have my bike there. So I'll show up, and I'll have my own Vo2, and then that will be my bike until we get our new Vo2 bikes, probably in February or March. We're getting the Diamante SB. So I think they're going to be purple. Like a midnight purple. It's going to be sick. Changes in the light. Anyways, I think that's what we're getting. But that's how that's where I'm at bike-wise right now. So I got tarmac on the trainer. I've been riding it outdoors recently because I'm taking the other one back. I have a TT bike. I've also been riding on the trainer. So I'll throw it on here. Ride the TT bike. But yeah. Yeah, that's true. My training is part of what I have to do. That's been different too, thinking about that. How like, I love to ride my bike, but now I'm obligated to show up to season at a certain form, a certain fitness, whereas before I wasn't. You know, like I was, but I wasn't. So now I have a contract. I'm not talking about that. Dude, stretching is huge. I don't do it nearly as much as I should. I'll be honest. But yes, stretching, huge difference. I do miss riding in California. So like, doing a 20-minute threshold test has been hard to do here because there's no roads that are long enough. Or, well yeah, there's just not. The roads are like rolling, and some of them like start to go up, and then it's like a massive downhill, and it kills your watts. So in California, I can do it on the flats, I can do it on the climb. I got plenty of roads to choose from in California if you do a 20-minute test. So I missed that. There's hardly any climbs over 5 minutes here. Most of them are like 1 to 5 minutes. Like I gotta drive to go find some, but I miss 10-minute climbs, I miss 20-minute climbs, I miss 30-minute climbs. Like I miss that. I will say it's absolutely beautiful here, especially spring and summer and fall. Oh my gosh, the fall. It's beautiful. It's not 110 degrees here. It's so pretty during spring, fall, and summer. The roads are shaded. Like that's nice. While the roads in California are exposed, even through the mountains are exposed, and it's 110. That's just awful. Yeah, not riding with Tyler kind of sucks. I didn't see him a whole lot because he lived an hour and a half away in the mountains. But it does, I do miss racing with him and riding with him. Although this last year, he was gone most of the season doing impossible routes. So I hardly raced with him anyways, or saw him. There's pros and cons to both. But I think the biggest thing I miss is I miss riding with my buddy Nick, and I miss riding with my buddy Steven, and just the community I've been a part of since I started cycling. You know, that's huge. So I miss that. But I'm creating a new community out here. Well, I'm not creating it, I'm being adopted into a new community out here. It's super cool. So again, there's pros and cons to both. Wintertime is definitely better in California, although they've been getting dumped on with rain and snow in the mountains right now, and we've been having just stupid cold. A little bit of snow yesterday, some drizzle today, some rain. So it's like, they're really not too different right now, but I don't know. There's pros and cons. Do I coach track cyclists? So I haven't coached any track cyclists yet. Actually, I take that back. I have 1 or 2 guys that I've coached who also did track stuff. So I kind of did. But if track cycling was like your go-to event, that's something I'm sure I could definitely help you with. I kind of know some of the efforts you need for that. But I don't coach a lot of track cyclists. I don't think it's a big problem to put a carbon bike on a trainer. I mean, especially if you bought a nice trainer. I don't see the issue. Hey, look, I found some guys to ride with. When did you start cycling? Do you remember your first or second year threshold? I started cycling when I was 17. No, I was 16. I was a junior in high school. It was like 2007. I started cycling. My first crit ever was in the rain. And it sucks. So then, I didn't get a power meter until 2013, 2014, somewhere in there. 2013. When I got a power meter, I think I was a Cat 4. I was starting to win some races. I was getting close to upgrading to Cat 3. I think my threshold was 265. I was also like 155 pounds. 265. It's like 2013. This last year, 2021, my highest threshold ever was 365 at 146 pounds. So, between 2013 and now, I've gained 100 watts in my threshold, and I've lost, 10 pounds? So, but to be fair, I didn't start training seriously until about 2016. I think I was a Cat 2 in 2016. By the end of 2017, I was Cat 1. 2018 was a pretty good year. That's when I really started getting hard into training. 2019 was my best year. I won the Cal Cup in Northern California. It's made up the last 10 races of the season. I ended up scoring enough points to be first. 2020 came along, and I was off to a good start with 2 podiums in the first 3 or 4 races, and then COVID hit. Switched coaches, got really serious off season of 2020. Came out in 2021, dude, I was an animal. First year I didn't win a race, but it's the first year where I podiumed almost every race I entered. It was stupid. And then, now I'm doing this off season, and we're rebuilding for 2022, signed with a pro team. So each year's been a building block. That's where I'm at now. Vo2 Kings misses you. I do miss hanging out with those guys. Those guys are cool. I miss the group rides we would do together. But it is what it is. Why am I using metric? 2 reasons. One is you get more points on Zwift with the metric system. And the second thing is, if I'm going to race in Europe, a lot of the stuff's going to be in the metric system. So I'm trying to learn it slowly, but surely. Trying to learn a little bit, figure some stuff out about it. But yeah. What other cycling YouTubers do I watch? So obviously I check out Tyler's stuff because he's my buddy and I do like his stuff. It's different. I don't watch all of his stuff. I'll watch clips here and there, but Dylan Johnson, some of his stuff is, he's got solid content. I feel like sometimes it's kind of his opinion and no one else's matters. And he can do that because he brings so much scientific evidence to the table. But again, so even though he does that, I still watch it and do my own research because I think anyone should come to my own conclusions. Plus, some of the stuff he says should do this. I've done the opposite of some of that and seen the same, if not better, results. So it's like, it really does depend on what works for you. Is it Shane Miller? No, who is it? Is it Shane Miller? GP Llama. I watch his stuff just because he's got some good things about Zwift. He's got good things about gear, etc. DC Rainmaker I watch. NorCal Cycling, I don't watch a lot of his stuff because I feel like he doesn't watch anyone else's stuff. No, actually I do feel that way, but I don't know, he posts a lot about that Acevelo or whatever it's called, practice crit, group ride technically, that he's always doing, and I'm like, his race breakdowns are cool, but I'll watch some of them because we're in them, but I feel like we get slammed sometimes, so I don't watch a lot of this stuff. Those are kind of it. The other YouTube channels I watch is I watch a lot of people on like filmmaking. I watch a lot of stuff on how to do certain effects and transitions and stuff in your videos, things like that. You know, I watch that kind of stuff, but yeah, that's some. You know, I hate Durant Rider. All that guy does is post garbage, and he hates on people. Gosh, he rips on Tyler all the time. I don't watch any of this stuff. My season, I think, will start February 1st. Team-wise, I can't remember what our first race is, but for me, there's a race I want to go do in February in Florida, so I'm thinking I'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to try to document as much as possible for you guys and your entertainment. I don't have a lot of athletes over 300. I want to say a lot of them are in the 230 to 280 range. I have a couple that are over 300, but not many. Yeah, so that's on to that question. Yeah, Dylan's a bookworm. And he does good videos though. He does good stuff. Yeah, so to help you out, Charlie, I mean, it's like Ian said, I mean, there's a whole lot of different things. So this off season, I did a lot of tempo, and we're starting to do sweet spot. And all of that isn't necessarily to drive my threshold up, although it makes me more efficient, but we're really widening that base. So once I do get to my peak threshold, hopefully we can ride that out longer than we did this last year. So that's kind of the idea of zone 2 and zone 3. So sometimes if you don't have a good base, you can get that number to jump up really quick, but maybe you're only there for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and then it drops back down. Maybe you didn't test during that time, so you never actually saw your threshold go above it, 280. You know, it's like, there's so many factors at play. And hear this, threshold is only part of the equation. Yes, it's probably one of the heaviest metrics we use, but it's only part of the equation when it comes to determining fitness and race readiness and everything else. So, don't get too caught up on threshold. Louis, I would say let me coach you, and then we can see what we can do. I'm gonna be honest. If you let me coach you, I'd love to see what we can do with that threshold number. See if we can make a move. Pretty sure we could, but just throwing it out there. So Charlie, your threshold is definitely going to be a little bit higher than 280. You just haven't tested well. There could be all kinds of different reasons for that too. So yeah, I can't really help you unless I was diving into your data and all that stuff. Dude, fast talk will blow your mind. I love fast talk. I'll listen to their stuff. They got quality coaches on there too. I'll learn stuff from it too and see how I've been using it in my training, and I'll apply it to my athletes. So you've been stuck at 280 for 2 years. So one thing, it's either your genetic potential, which I doubt it, because most people don't train 20 plus hours a week to reach their potential. So there's other things going on. Again, without looking at your data, seeing what you have done in the past, and what you're doing now, I can't really help you. I'd have to actually be coaching you, sit down, look at that data, and then start giving you the recipe of workouts to make that move. I haven't listened to that with Empirical, is that what it said? Second podcast? I haven't listened to it, so I don't know anything about it. Don't even talk about Grand Rider. His name is banned on my chat channel. Don't talk about him. He's just dust in the wind. Let him go away. I'm having a really good time chatting with you guys. Thank you. Super appreciate this. We're coming up on 10 more minutes, and then we'll be done with this ride. I'm getting hungry. We're gonna go smash some, I don't know. Dude, Duran Rider is not Tyler's idol anymore. He started out liking him, then Duran Rider talked a bunch of crap on Tyler. Every time he does this train like a pro challenge, just boom, bashes on him. Yeah, this little click I got going on here, this is cool. We are cruising. When you get a power meter, well, it's going to take you a while to learn the numbers. So I think when you first get a power meter, you should go do 2 max 10-second sprint. Well, actually it doesn't really matter for you because you're not using WKO. When you first get a power meter, you should do fresh a max 5-minute effort. Just go as hard as you can for 5 minutes. Then you'll know what your 5-minute power is. And that's great. Then take a day of rest. Then you need to do a max 20-minute test. Just go as hard as you can for 20 minutes. They'll give you a number. Then you have your zones you can set for training with power. Then you find a workout or a plan or a coach. You start working with them. You start utilizing that power meter because it's a game changer. So the other thing is when you get a power meter, get a coach too, and they will help you walk through that and learn the ins and outs. I have an Osmo Vo2 power meter. I'm not using it right now, but I got it from my Vo2. I also have the stages for the Vo2. I don't know. Mixed feelings on that one. I haven't tried the Osmos yet, but they're really solid. Right now, the power I'm using is my cork. I never use the trainer power. I always use my power meter because that's the same power meter I use outside. So. See you, Louie. Have a good one. Max volume I reach in a week. I will, when the weather gets better, I will do 1 or 2 30-hour weeks this year. I'll be the max volume. I'll do plenty of 23 and 26-hour weeks as well. It's kind of hard right now to do it, just how crappy the weather is. I mean, 20 hours indoors with a trainer, it's a solid amount of volume. So, yeah, when kind of get into early spring, I'll start doing 25-hour, throwing a 30-hour here and there, volume-wise. My highest watt per kilo, I think it's 5.45 watt per kilo. That was my threshold. I did that around 35 to 40 minutes steady one time last year. So 5.4, almost 5.5 was my best, highest threshold watt per kilo. Yeah, dude, I gotta get that time in. 2.5 hours today. We did our VO2 max, now we're just riding steady zone 2. super solid. Heart rate's a little bit higher because we did all that work, and I've kind of gone through some glycogen, so my body is now working on using fat for fuel, so that's why my heart rate's risen a little bit. Also a little bit of dehydration, and also just general building up of heat on the trainer causes it to rise as well. STL, is that St. Louis? What is the tour of STL? If you didn't explain that, I can answer that. I don't know. When is it? When is the tour of St. Louis? We might. I'm going to message these guys really quick. Usually March. Gotcha. So I'm starting my cool down now. About 3 minutes left, so let's do a light cool down spin. I don't know if we're coming to that. I'll have to ask. I know our first, so we were gonna do, that's so funny. Anyways, our first big race is Redlands. We'll be doing that stage race. I think when that stage race is over, I think we're going to Europe in May. We're going there to do, there's some races in Denmark we're going to do, Italy, that kind of thing. What else is there? They're talking about doing the Hincapie series. A couple of guys like in the Virginia and North Carolina area are talking about going to the Hincapie series, so I might join in on that. I'm thinking about going down to Florida at the beginning of February for the race I did really well at last year, Swamp Classic. When we come back in May, at the end of May from Europe, we'll be here in June. So June, I think we're talking about doing, there's a really hard stage race up in Canada we're looking at doing. The Tour de like Vals or whatever it's called. What else is there? US Pro Nats. And after that, I'm not sure what else. And I'm not talking about being in a fasted state, in a ketosis state. That doesn't work for everyone, so I'm not talking about that. We almost hit 60 miles. All right, I'm done. Well, thank you for joining me today. Let's see what we got up here. All right. So we did, let me turn this up. Cool. We did 220 watts for 2.5 hours. Our 5-minute max power was 349 because we were doing 4-minute Vo2 intervals at 380, so that's why 20 minutes did around 287. It was probably during that interval portion. 1 minute was 289, so that means I paced really well at those 4-minute efforts. My 5-second was only 437. Yeah, I didn't do any max efforts today. 220 average. Heart rate was around 147. It was pretty chill there for a while, and then you can see where we started doing interval work, and I think I got up to about 191 was my max. So that's a good day. Anyways. Good workout today. Hey, I'm glad I finally freaking accomplished one. I knew today I'd be able to accomplish it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to film this one. The last couple I've filmed, I've failed, and then I've just quit, so that happens too, though. That's part of training. Anyways, this was super fun. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's my workout. My cadence was actually pretty good during my intervals. I was around 90 plus for all my intervals, which was really solid. Even my recovery was decent. As you can see, warming up, I was a little bit lower in the cadence just because I'm holding back. Heart rate was pretty dang low there. And yeah, and then post, we just kept it pretty steady. Zone 2. 151 TSS today. That's not bad. I burned 1,800 calories. Solid day. 2.5 hours. 220, 147. Oh, this is all that joke. No one cares. So yeah, we did my best 4-minute interval was 381, which is what I said during the stream, so that's cool. How well was I pacing? Where was I at? 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in. My best was 386. So I paced them relatively well, which is nice to see. And that's without erg mode. No erg mode, and we paced them good. And then, yep. Dang, look at my best compared to where I am now. Huge difference. Anyways, so right here is about where my tempo zone ends. So I did about 40 minutes at tempo. It's probably doing that workout. The rest of the time I just carried it out. Super cool. Ugh. I can't use emojis. Dang it. I usually have emojis. Anyways. Boom. Done. Super good day. Exit out of that. Anyways, fun stuff. Super appreciate it, guys. Someone asked about my threshold FTP test. I'm redoing that on... What day am I doing that on? I think I'm doing it on Saturday. It might be raining outside though. I really want to do it outside. But I might live stream that again and try it indoors. I don't know. We found out, we didn't find out. We figured out my legs were just kind of locked up, closed up a little bit, not firing 100% when I did it the other day because I took 2 days kind of off due to Christmas and stuff, and it just kind of, they over-recovered, got heavy, screwed everything up. So we're doing about a 19 to 20 hour week this week, and we're doing some decent workouts before we go into that test, so my legs should be nice and opened up. I mean, today I did really well during the workout, so they're already starting to get opened up. Yesterday I did 2 hours straight on the TT bike inside at just zone 2. Today did 2.5 Vo2. Tomorrow I'm doing 3.5 hours with sweet spot work. The next day I think I'm doing 2 hours of just zone 2 endurance. I think Friday is kind of a zone 1-2 easier day, and then Saturday we're doing it might be a 4-hour day with some efforts, and then I think I'm doing 3.5 hours on Sunday with more sweet spot. So it's kind of the plan. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and take it easy. Got another Life of a Pro Cyclist video dropping here in a couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later.